Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So 2019 is drawing to a close, and as with a lot of people, I'm using this time over the past sort of few days and weeks to reflect on 2019, look back on it and look up forward to 2020. So that's what this video is, a little bit of looking back and a little bit of looking forwards. Now 2019 was a hell of a year, a lot of good, a lot of bad as well, and I'm going to go through a lot of that with you today. So not going to pull any punches, not going to hide anything. I'm going to talk about hardships as well as successes. But to start with, I'm going to talk about a couple of the successes of 2019. So, firstly, I went on my first paid abroad shoot. So I went to Lanzarote with a brand called Out the Box. It was my first time being paid to go and take photos abroad. Really good experience working with two fantastic models, a great brand that I've worked with before. And the whole experience from start to finish was amazing. Really enjoyed it, got some fantastic content and absolutely loved every second of it, and felt really lucky and really privileged to have been asked to go there. So absolutely loved that. I've also started working a lot more with agencies. So Nemesis Models I feature quite heavily on this channel. Built up a great relationship with them, but also Jadot Models, Boss Model Management, M Models, PHA. So building relationships with modelling agencies, which is only going to pay dividends further down the line, and it means that there's always models accessible if I need them for personal projects or anything like that. So building up those relationships as well. Other successes have been, I feel like I'm much more confident with my editing now. I feel like I'm finding my style a lot more. My use of tone, especially over sort of the latter part of 2019, the last couple of months, I felt much more comfortable with that. Also, of course, I obviously started this YouTube channel back up. So my first post was in January, so 12 months in now, and I'm trying my best to make sure that I can get regular content out. It is difficult, especially when I've got a 30-hour-a-week job, plus building my photography business, plus YouTube on top, so it is hard to try and get regular content out there. But I am really enjoying the whole process of thinking of the ideas, putting them into practice, getting the videos done, getting them edited, and then getting them shared with you guys, and hopefully you're enjoying that as well. So there's been a lot of successes to look back on in 2019, however it's not been plain sailing. So I decided to go part-time in my job, to start to really focus on my photography business, the same time as buying a new house and doubling the size of my mortgage, and saving for a wedding. And I do not recommend that whatsoever. So it has placed huge stress on me at times over the year. So there have been times where deposits have been needed for things to do with the wedding, or things have gone wrong in the house, and we've needed extra money that would have been there had I been working my other job full time. So that does put pressure on. It does mean taking sort of those paid jobs where you wouldn't particularly choose to do that, but bills need to be paid. So yeah, at times that has placed me under a lot of pressure, and I felt that pressure. And not only have I felt it, but those around me, especially Hannah, have felt that as well. So there's been times where I've been really stressed out, thinking, is this all worth it? And I've had that feeling a lot this year. So sometimes it's been, should I just go back to working my other job full time so that I can pay the bills and things like that? Sometimes it's been a crisis of confidence where I've made the stupid mistake of looking at what I'm doing and looking at what others are doing and comparing that, which is never a good thing to do. Also a crisis of confidence in terms of, am I actually good enough to be able to do this, and questioning whether I have got what it takes to be a freelance photographer. So having all of those feelings is tough. And thankfully I've got a fantastic support network around me of people that will be honest with me. They'll not just say, oh yeah, of course you are, of course you are. But they will talk things through with me, which really means a lot and makes a huge difference. My family and friends, I can't speak highly enough of them, and they've always been a phone call or a text message away, or been out and just been for a chat and talked things through, so that's really helped. So there has been times where it's been difficult in 2019, and that's not going to change into 2020, but hopefully the way that I I deal with that is a bit better in 2020. Other things that I'm wanting to do are with YouTube. I really want to post more regular. I'm going to post a lot more content, and I actually watched a video last week, a Peter McKinnon video. If you don't know who Peter McKinnon is, literally pause this, go and look at Peter McKinnon, come back afterwards. I'm sure that the vast majority of you will do anyway. But Peter McKinnon posted a video last week where he talked about the fact that he felt like there were things that he wasn't putting on his channel because he was worried that people wouldn't like them, or that people would think that they were too different to what he's done historically. And I've been very guilty of that. It took a lot for me to post my last video, which was landscape photography, because I thought people would just come to see sort of portrait photography, streetwear photography, things like that. But this channel is called Andrew Mclean, and that's photography that I enjoy, so therefore why wouldn't I put it on my YouTube channel? So there's going to be a lot more variety to the videos in 2020. I'm going to try and do more tutorials because they seem to go down well as making a lot more collaborative videos, so things like the 3 photographers shoot the same model. There'll definitely be plenty more of those. And also I'm looking to do some kind of podcast style discussions with other creatives, where we get a few of us together in a room, get a few cameras and a few mics, and just talk about different topics within the creative industry and things like that. I think that they will definitely bring value to you guys, which is the audience. They're definitely the type of things that I like to watch and I like to listen to, so hopefully you'll enjoy them as well. So there's a lot more content coming to YouTube definitely in 2020. Also as well, I really need to spend some time sort of focusing on what I want to do with my photography, because at the moment I tend to do mainly fashion, but I do bits of all sorts, and I really want to find sort of maybe 2 or 3 key areas and really focus on those and really be proactive in going out and contacting potential clients, and basically just putting the graft in to make sure that as many people as possible know who I am, know how they can reach me, and that's potentially going to bring a lot more work in. It's just a case of the first 6 months of 2020, I just want to just grind and graft and put those hard hours in, put those 10, 12, 14, 16 hour days in that will hopefully pay dividends further down the road, but not doing that and expecting immediate results. So there's a bit of a mindset shift there, where it's not just a case of, oh, what job can I go out and look for next week? I want to be looking at clients for months and years down the line, because they're the clients that will keep coming back, and that's obviously how you build a sustainable business. So there's a lot of grafting planned for the first 6 months, and then big thing in 2020, me and Hannah get married. So we're getting married at the end of July, and I've kind of got in my head that I want to, when I take a break after the wedding, well, for the wedding obviously and after the wedding, I want to be in a position where I've laid a really strong foundation for my photography business moving forwards. I also want to look at opening a studio in Sheffield, because I don't believe that there are many in Sheffield. There's only 2 that I can think of, and I want to do it for a couple of reasons. The first one being so that I've got my own space. Obviously I've got the office here, but I want a space where I can take photos as well. I want to have my own space where I'm in control. I don't have to worry about booking it. I don't have to worry about availability, and I want that for a few reasons. One, just so that I've got the benefit of having my own space that I can use as and when I want, but also because I want to spend a lot more time on studio photography in 2020. Something that is very difficult to master. I am nowhere near that level. I'm still very much kind of a beginner when it comes to what I would call real studio photography, which is kind of studio portraits and kind of the fine art aspect of studio photography, rather than like your e-com stuff, which is relatively straightforward. So I definitely want to do that, but also it's another potential revenue stream, because if I get a premise which is part of a larger building, that's something that I can hire out when I'm not there, and it's all about finding other streams of revenue. And if that can be making money when I'm not even there, again, it's just another income stream that I can have and not worry about. So yeah, that's definitely a plan as well. So there are some other plans, but I have kept them quiet. I've got some goals that I've set that I'm also keeping to myself, but I will share them throughout the year, sort of as and when I either achieve them, or if I don't achieve them, I'll still share them with you. There's no just sharing the successes, there's the failures there as well. So yeah, so there's a lot to look forward to in 2020, and a hell of a lot of content coming your way. I'm going to try getting a couple of videos out in the first couple of weeks of January, and then hopefully I'll be getting consistent content from there forwards. My aim is weekly, but I'm not going to say that I will be getting weekly content out, because when I'm working kind of 78-hour weeks, trying to get a weekly video out on top of that is difficult. So hopefully it's going to be something like weekly. Now, whether that's one a week, whether that's for a month, we'll see. Only time will tell. But I'm definitely going to be hoping to get much more consistent content and regular content out for you guys. So make sure you let me know in the comments what type of content that you want to see. I'm definitely interested in hearing what you guys want to see, so that I know exactly what to focus on. But other than that, I hope you've had a fantastic Christmas. Hope you have an amazing new year. All the very best, and I will see you in 2020.